Week 9 in the CFL, and the Lions are coming off a much needed, but I'm not sure about deserved bye week. Let's kick around, commemorate, commiserate, deliberate, and hopefully celebrate with the Three Down Bros next. Leo's Legion, your Three Down Bros, Roland, Arthur, and Greg here on the Week 9 bye for the Lions. Their next game is August the 16th against those Hamilton Tiger Cats that already spanked us once. So you know what? We don't have a game to talk about, but we got some review to do because we're a third of the way in. And man, these Lions, they've been a letdown for me so far. So let's just get this going. Like I said, hopefully we'll do some celebrate with some deliberate and definitely commiserate with our bros. Roland, what says you?
All right, thanks, Greg. So this will be the agenda tonight. As Greg mentioned, there's no game this week, but we'll do a season in review. If you're joining us online, great to have you with us. Please feel free to put in your thoughts in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. Wayne says, "Good evening, bros. How's it going tonight?" It's going okay, Wayne. Thanks for asking. But yeah, this is the agenda. Maybe so. We have the report card. I'll have Arthur explain that in a bit, and then we're gonna go over some positives and negatives over the games to date for this season, and then the outlook for the next 3 games to the next bye. So that's kind of the format of what we're going to be talking about tonight. So Arthur, tell us a little bit about what this report card is that we're going to talk about.
Sure. I just want to welcome everyone again, and it's great to see you. And please definitely interact with us with comments. That was perfect timing.
Yes.
This is a small correction. Next game for the Lions is Thursday, August 7th in Hamilton.
Sorry.
No worries. The report card. Yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a letter grade by like the specific unit: offense, defense, special teams. We have some stats we can kind of talk through, and then we will give a letter grade. Well, we'll go to letter grade first, and then we'll kind of go through the stats.
Yeah.
So that's be an interesting exercise. I kind of have I definitely know what Greg's going to give for defense, but we'll be interested to see what the bros have for the other teams as well.
All right. Okay. You want to walk us through that? And as we're giving these letter grades, feel free to chime in with your thoughts online as well in the chat.
All right, well, we'll start with offense. Our head coach is also the offensive coordinator, and that is his bread and butter and his, his top attraction was, being an offensive mastermind, getting to the Grey Cup 5 straight years. And my letter grade for the Lions, offensively, I am giving a B+ for offense.
Oh. Okay.
Greg, I'm gonna make you. Let's see your grade, and I got the stats.
A B+? Okay, well, I always think with my heart and sometimes the other end from where my head is attached. But offensively, they've had their flashes. They've had their flushes, if I may. I'm going to give the offense a solid low end C+, just above the C, because
a low end C+.
Yeah, because again,
Okay.
whatever the statistics are, I'm going on the slow starts, way too many, the poor execution, way too many. But the entertainment has been there, but the outcome that I'm expecting with Buck Pearson, the offensive genius, and the players that have been together, the chemistry that they have. I don't buy this new system, all that stuff, but no, I'm going a C+, just into the plus.
Boy,
Habs for life. How you doing? I like Habs for life.
So I'm gonna
Q-Man. Come on, we agreed on Benny.
give them a B minus.
That's almost like a C plus.
Yeah,
Sounds
it's a
better,
little bit better because stats wise, it's not bad, but the problem is they're not winning games. So if you're not
Not
winning
on the
games,
offense.
yeah,
You know what they
Spoilers,
say
not
about
on the
stats
offense.
too, right? Stats are for what? Stats are for anybody out there in our chime in world, our listeners. Stats are for what? Anybody here in the bro room want to answer?
Greg, let Roland finish.
no, I'm done. I'm done. So B minus.
All right,
Okay,
so
what
let's go
stats
through
are for
the stats.
what?
Let's go through offensive stats, Roland. Are you
All right. Okay. Sure. Let's. Yeah. Q-Man says A minus. Let's look at. Oh, Hab says the team who loses. Is that what stats are for?
Stats for losers. But I mean, advanced stats are for.
Statisticians.
Okay.
Statisticians.
You're making a distinction between regular stats and advanced stats. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at some. This is a summary. Okay. Wayne's stats are for losers. Yeah. It's a little bit more direct way than what Habs for Life says. All right. These are defense stats. Let's take a look at offense stats. Okay, it's a bit small, but hopefully you guys can see that. Okay. I'll just read through it, and then maybe Arthur, you can provide some deeper analysis. So on offense, we're actually ranked number 1 in a few areas. Net offense, so that's total yards per game. We rank number 1. First downs, we have the most number of first downs. Average gain per rush, average gain on a first down, second down conversion percentages, red zone opportunities, red zone plays, and sacks allowed. This is quite dear to me because I think the last few years were nowhere near number 1 for sacks allowed, right? And then we're ranked number 2 for average yards per play, passing yards, pass attempts, first downs rush, 2 and out percentages. So that's kind of interesting, right? I guess the more offense you have, the more 2 and outs you have too. And red zone TDs. And then we're ranked number 3 in terms of points scored, touchdowns, offensive plays, pass completions, first down penalties, and TD drive percentages. And then we're second last in pass completion percentages, turnovers, and turnover ratio. That's a huge killer for us, right? And we're ranked number 9 in average field position, starting field position. So this goes to Greg's beef with the return game.
Both. Should that be tagged on offensive stats? I mean, the offense starts wherever the special teams put them, right? I mean, it's not on the offense.
Yeah, I guess it's listed under offense, so I just put it here.
Yeah, I guess because they have the ball and they're running with the ball, I suppose. But
you want to show, like they're up against it, right? And then what they had to do to get points scored.
Yeah. Q-Man says, work snaps only, we're top offense in the league. Okay, so if we discount Mazzoli.
The Mazzoli era, I think one of our callings, our comment said. But I think that would be the turnover percentage or turnover ratio.
Yeah. All right. Arthur, you want to provide some meat on this?
So I'm analyzing the offensive points for the Lions, right? The offensive point for, and it's not necessarily like I was digging through the stats. Their offensive points for is 24.3 average per game. Offensively, that's what they're making, and they're decent in that stat. But total points scored, they're third worst. They're garnering 0.2 points a game, non-offensive points scored. So that's special teams and defensive points scored. The other teams, they're actually third best in offensive points scored. Third best. Who's number 1 and 2? Hamilton, Saskatchewan. So we're third best scoring points.
Like total, including
offensive points scored. With your offense on the field, they score points. Third best. We're 24.3. Saskatchewan's 26.9. Hamilton is 28.4.
Okay.
But when we add in, Lions are not generating D or special teams points. We drop to 7th.
Whoa.
So
Hey, Blake.
Okay.
Stats are for losers, but points are for winners, and we're not scoring enough points,
So
right?
okay, so we're scoring points on offense quite well, but as a team, the other teams are scoring more points on defense and special teams, and so that pushes
Much
them
more, much more. So,
above
like, I'll give you
us.
an
Okay.
example. Saskatchewan, they're at 26.9 offensive points scored. They jumped to 29.1. So they garner
3-ish.
2.2 more points per game, non-offensive
Non-offense,
points.
yeah.
Um, so that's, to me, that's kind of an outlier. The BC Lions net offense, like what Roland indicated, is the best in the league. Average yards per game. Bottom line, they can move the ball. They have the worst average field position, the worst, and they move the ball the most, and they score third most offensive points. Now, if their average field position was a little better, they would be getting into the red zone, into field goal range more often, and
Yeah.
they would score even more points.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
So, is field goal points considered special teams points or offense points?
offense points,
Okay.
or else that number would be much bigger.
Yeah. Okay. Wayne is asking where are you getting these stats? So these stats were posted by Raw Report on Twitter, and I think he gets it. Where does he get it? Do you know? I'm not sure where he gets it.
I went to CFL.ca, and I'm only getting stats to week 8. So he got stats to week 9.
Okay.
I don't know where he got it.
Yeah. Anyway, I give him credit here
Yeah.
down on the bottom right. So Raw Report, thanks so much for all these stats.
So yeah, and then someone mentioned someone mentioned the Mazzoli era, right? He played 2 games in the third. Like, I think Rourke got knocked out in the third quarter against that game in Winnipeg. So if Nate is healthy for all these games, then, and the top 2 offenses, I mean, Bo Levi hasn't missed a game, and Harris has only missed 1 game. So if even Nate had 1 more game played, I think their stats would be even better. So that's why I'm giving them a solid B+. Considering their average field position, they're
is the
able
worst.
to move the ball.
I know. We're like last.
Yeah, and yeah. So, Greg, what do you think of these stats?
Can't argue. I mean, they are what they are. And again, yes, when you're starting well within your 30-yard line, you can generate more plays. The Lions like to go first down on first downs. That was their battle cry coming in with Buck. And sometimes they do it. There's games they get right off to that start, but then sometimes somewhere down in the red zone they stall. Sometimes they score, but I can't argue with them. The average field position, again, I don't know why that's on the offense, but yes, again,
It's not really on the offense. It just tells you they're in
that,
an adverse situation.
and they've got to drive down. So yes, first downs. Yeah, when you start on a longer field, definitely going to generate more first downs, more rushes. More gains on first down because you've got to move the ball longer. You got to move the ball farther. It'd be interesting to see time of possession, but I mean that's not really a measurable stat for winning or losing, because you can score touchdowns on one play, have no time, and score more than the other team, right? So, yeah, I can't argue with them, but I stand by my letter grade.
Of course you will, because that's just you. But how about the points differential?
Yeah.
Most teams have 2 or 3 points.
Yeah.
Added to their offensive points.
Yeah.
So if I said the Lions got 2 or 3 more points per game
from teams and defense,
do you think their record is better than 3-5?
Actually, yeah, it'd be better than 3-5. I'm not going to say I don't know if it'd be above 500, but it'd be better than 3-5, because there have been those games. I mean, the turnover. If some of the turnovers, I mean, we don't get a lot of. I mean, we'll look at the defensive stats because I don't know defensively how many turnovers they've generated, but not as many as I'd like. But if some of those had become points, yeah, we definitely would change the complexion of a game, change the emotional content of a game, the momentum, the pursuit, the gameplay of the other team. We'd be better than 3 and 5.
We'd be
Yes.
5-3, at least 5-3.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
I
were
don't
you
know.
saying? What did you say earlier? How many points on average do the other teams score on the non-offensive plays?
Well, average is like 2 or 3 points.
This is for which team?
So okay, so pick a team.
Let's say
Toronto.
Saskatchewan.
26.9 goes up to 29.1. So that's
Okay,
2.2.
so 3 points. Yeah.
2.2. Pick another team. Say Toronto. 23.9 goes up to 26.9. 3 more points.
That's a big jump.
The biggest one is Winnipeg. Winnipeg is 22.9. It goes up to 27.1.
Wow.
That's
Yeah,
the
Cumin-
only reason why they're 500.
Yeah.
Or else
Cu-
according to their stats, they should be worse than 500.
Yeah.
Mind you, they beat the Lions twice. I have no idea.
Cumin says football is not being complimentary. That's killing our record.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, like, again, against Hamilton, one more turnover, getting points some other way, special teams, they win the game, right?
Yep.
We lost the game by what? How many points, Greg, on Hamilton?
We lost, what was it, 33?
We lost by
36, 30, we
4
lost
points.
37 we were by 4 points.
Yeah.
That was sway. We have had a lot of close games, right?
Because
Yeah.
we had a couple of turnovers in there that didn't result in anything, from what I remember.
We still got 13 points, but it's again, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
All right.
But it's the non-complimentary that I think hurt it, because when one of the units sputtered, like we thought it's going to be a shootout, but if the offense sputtered for some reason, some way, the other two were not able to bail out the offensive sputter because of the timing of that offensive sputter.
Okay. So, all right. So I guess offensively, there's
So what's the
There's
average
hope.
letter grade between the three of us? C plus, B minus, and B plus. A B?
I guess, yeah.
yeah, around there.
I guess I pulled down that average.
Okay.
Story of my life.
Should we move on to defense? That's a little
move on
bit
to
more
defense.
depressing, right?
Are there any green squares?
This time
All
we'll
right.
let Greg go first.
Okay. Let us know in the comments too what you guys think in terms of the letter grade for defense. But Greg goes first. Yeah.
I spent a wonderful day up in the Vancouver coastal area, up in Cyprus, hiking and getting some fresh air to clear my mind and to really think about what grade I would give this defense. And don't get me started there. Don't let Lou Wilson see that either. But the defense, I've got to give. I want to say a D plus, just so it doesn't sound so bad. But I don't think there's such a grade. I don't think they've been as bad as a D. But based on the Hamilton game, I would say a D. But the Montreal game, when they had to hold, they held. So yeah, I'm going to say D plus if there's such a D plus, C minus if they're whatever grade. They do not
What?
get any higher than that. Yeah.
Wow,
For defense.
you're very generous, Greg.
Yeah.
Well, I would say a D, but they're the Montreal game when they needed to hold, they held. And again, I'm thinking with my head, my heart, and I'm thinking with, when they've wowed me, but they've unwowed me a lot less than they've wowed me. So yeah, a D, because I don't think there's such a thing as a D plus.
Well, Hafsarlai says D plus for pass rush, C for secondary. Blake says F.
Yeah.
Q-Man says D minus for defense.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna start. I'm going. Yeah, because I don't think there's such a grade as D plus. So I'm going to go D.
It's D or F.
Yeah,
Is
D.
there's no E?
It's
There's
a
no
D.
E? Is
It's
it
a solid
D,
D
F?
for
Or
me.
incomplete.
Yeah. Yeah. Not doing enough during the class to even get rated. Yeah, I could say incomplete, but no, we said letter grade, so it's a D.
All
A
right,
D for me.
Roland, what
Solid.
say you?
Yeah. I mean, D. There's no E, right? Just D or F?
There used to be E's, but we
I
went
thought
to
there's.
school.
Well, what's the difference between D, E, and F? Those are all fails, right?
Well, yeah, but I think a F is like less than 40%. I mean,
Okay.
40 to 50 is 40 to 49 is like a D, and then
Yeah.
anything under.
Yeah, but there were E's. I remember 8th grade. There was
Well,
E's.
yeah.
Not that I ever got one.
You can
Unless
give
it was for
we can
excellent.
give D, E, and Fs. Okay, let's give
Okay.
D, E, and Fs.
I'll give
Greg,
I'll
you
give.
can go back. You can
Okay.
go back if you want
All
to
right.
Staying on D. I'm staying on a D.
Staying in a D. Okay. Actually, I feel like I'm gonna give them an E. So a little bit higher than Blake, lower than Greg. Even though I love defense, see, I'm still wearing Matthew Betts. But
Ooh.
I'm giving them an E. Okay, Arthur.
I will give them a D. I think statistically, yeah, I don't want to give. Yeah, I'm giving them a D. Their defense is a D. Yeah. I mean, we can break it down by component team, and like specifically, well, I think we'll do a little bit of a deeper dive into the defensive, like parts of the defensive team, and then kind of see how it goes. We can talk specifically about that, because I think really defense is where the Lions need to amp up for them to be, I would say, a credible playoff team. Like to give a playoff contender like just any kind of pause, right? Yeah. So I think that's where we'll go now, right, Roland? We'll go there.
All right.
Now.
Okay, let's take a look at the defense stats. All right. So let me just quickly read this, and then we'll let Arthur do some deep dive. So we're actually ranked number 1 in a few things. So we're ranked number 1 in terms of passing yards allowed, passing first downs allowed. We're ranked number 2 in net offense. This is a bit surprise to me. So net offense allowed to our opponents. Ranked number 2 in pass attempts and pass completions. We're ranked number 3 in number of offensive plays and passing completion percentage. Now we're ranked number 8, second last in terms of points scored, so allowed points. We're second last in TDs, passing TDs, TD drive percentages, average rush yards, passing efficiency, first downs rush, and first down penalties. So that's interesting. We're number 1 in terms of allowing passing yards and passing first downs, but we're second last in terms of allowing first down rush and first down penalties. We're also second last in second down conversion percentages and the opponent average field position. So I guess that's special teams too, but and then we're ranked number 9 last in terms of allowing rushing yards, rushing attempts, and big play returns. So I guess that's special teams as well.
There should be the big plays. I think it's big play returns. We are opponent big play returns were actually third best.
Okay, so
when you're talking returns on teams.
Oh, just big plays.
Yeah.
Okay, big plays. All right. Okay, Wayne says, I do agree with Arthur that the defense needs improvement. Yeah. Okay. Arthur, let's put some meat into these
All right,
stats.
so the glaring thing with the Lions is their rush. They're the worst against the run by yards, and the other teams will rush the most on them, and they'll attempt to rush more on the Lions. So the teams are like, we're gonna run it down the Lions' throat.
Yeah.
All right. So that, and the Lions give up the most amount of big plays, like passing yards over 30 or rushing yards over 20. So the Lions are susceptible to big plays.
Yeah.
And the rushing defense.
I guess these big plays, would they be on the ground then? Because
they don't distinguish.
Yeah.
But in the last few weeks, we've noticed they're getting beat deep.
Okay.
They're getting beat deep.
Like,
so and
through the air, not on the ground.
Yeah, and Hamilton, they made a seismic change to this, which I can get into. We can get into it later. We can get into it now. And the 3 Down Bros, we had a lot of discussion regarding this
last week. Yes, we did.
Yeah.
And then the stats bore it out.
Okay. Yeah, you can get into it now, I guess, unless you have more
just one thing is
general
the
stuff.
Lions, their best defensive stat is like net passing yards and net passing first downs.
Yeah.
And net like pass attempts and pass completions.
Yeah.
And passing completion ranked 3. So to me, this is saying that they're taking away the short zone. They're allowing the deep ball on them. they're allowed. Okay, what most likely is the opponent rushes first down. The opponent gets 6-7 yards on first down on the ground, right?
Yeah, yeah,
It's really large, and then the Lions, okay, they take away the short zone, trying to get a 2-and-out, but their second down conversion is second worst. So what they're doing is they're trying to take away the first down. They're getting beat deep or on a second rush
Or medium, yeah, beat medium.
or a medium pattern or
Yeah.
a long pattern. So they're trying to defend. They're trying to get off the field. Okay, so that's what's going on with the Lions defense is, and we can tell by the pass rush it's kind of slowed down the last number of games.
yeah,
And I think they're trying to be better against the run.
Which was what they claimed was their number one goal.
Their
Going
number one
into
goal
the
is to be
season.
physical and play
But
physical.
I mean, their priority was get better against the run, right? I mean,
I don't
even-
know if that's what they said in the off season.
yeah. They didn't say that.
Yeah.
Let me just read. Q-Man says we were getting beat deep versus Edmonton, but Ford couldn't hit any of the
Yeah,
receivers.
they were wide open.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
He just couldn't hit.
yeah,
Can you imagine if that was Trevor,
boy.
Zach,
It
Cody?
was Cody. Cody would have hit them.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
So what I think happened against Hamilton is they are really afraid of Lawler going deep, and this is a weakness of them. So they took away the deep ball. Okay. Then they're susceptible to the rush. So if you like,
Yeah, I know. We
If
were
you're
giving
taking
them
away
first
deep,
downs. Yeah,
you're abandoning anything near the line of scrimmage or the 5 yards. So once you're taking away deep, you're kind of stuck. So if you're going to take away the run, you're not going to have much of a pass rush because they're in their blocks, they're in their lanes, they're trying to gap cancel against a running play. So they're kind of like having a controlled rush, but it's not very aggressively going after the quarterback.
And it's not affecting the quarterback.
Yeah, because you're like making sure there's no running play. You're like, oh, where's the running back? I take away the run. The running back's not there. Okay, then I charge. But that's like what, a second?
Let's try this. Yeah, and then by that time, quarterbacks like BLM
Yeah.
is gone. Yep.
So and then the Lions are taking away the deep zone. So we're like, well, how come they kept the short zone open, where Keandre Smith would get the pass 5 yards downfield and then run for the first down,
yeah,
right? Because it was like a 15, 20-yard gap.
Well, the funny thing, they take away the short zone, but the cushion they were giving is almost a prevent cushion. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, you want to give up. Why are you at 15 yards on
Taking away the
second down?
deep zone.
Yeah, but I mean, 15 for your halfback. 15.
All of them were
It's
deep.
horrible. It's
You had
just like
4 guys deep, right? So
yeah. So Q-Man says rushing 4 and playing cloud or quarters has to end.
It has to.
But-
But like Arthur said, what are they going to do, right?
Is-
And right now they are at, and I hope they figured it out during this bye week, because right now it's like the dike has so many holes in it. They don't know what fingers to put where to stop this leak, because they're leaking. I mean, you stop the run, you give up the deep. You stop the deep, you give up the run. Or, God, that was really upsetting when it's 1st and 15, 2nd and 15. They were getting it in one play.
well,
Yeah.
it's a
Horrible.
6-yard pass and then 10 yak yards, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
But
So-
the strength of the Lions defense before the Hamilton game was the short zone.
yeah.
So
So they
but
they
fully-
changed schemes for Hamilton because they were afraid of Lawler. That's
but
what.
Bo Levi caught on, knew
Yeah.
what they're doing, because they pull a game. Okay, looking at the Lions defense, looking at the stats.
Yeah,
If you're Milanovic and Bo Levi Mitchell, you're gonna say we're gonna run the ball on the Lions, and we're gonna go deep. That's what the stats suggest, right? So guess what? The Lions take both of those away. You
Okay,
can't
we're
take
gonna go
everything
medium.
away as
you
defense,
get the short passes. Yeah,
right? You nullify your pass rush because you want to take away the run, and you take away the deep ball. Well, the short passes are going to be there all night long, and they were.
yeah.
But the Lions
So-
almost pulled it out.
But I guess
almost pulled it out.
comes down to in-game adjustments, right? We didn't adjust in the game. Like
Well,
if we saw what the offense was doing.
Maybe flush a linebacker there.
So Q-Man says put 6 to 7 at the line, then send 3 or 5 and pull back the others, I guess. Like Montreal does. You never know what's coming. Yeah.
We talked about that last week.
Disguise what you're doing, right?
I mean, I read online, right, that there's 2 times that lines blitzed, and both times was when Hamilton didn't have 7 in pass protection. So they just kind of schooled the Lions D.
Yeah.
Right.
But what Q-Man is saying is we don't necessarily blitz. We show a blitz, but then we don't know which players are going and which ones are dropping back into coverage. Right?
If they have 7 in pass they have 7 in pass protection, but they're still getting open. Receivers are still getting open. I don't get around this.
Wayne says, has Benny forgotten how to beat DC?
I don't think Benny changed with the times. We talked about that last week, that like it's almost like, you've got Milanovic is kind of newer to the game, and all those offenses. Like last year we said the defense has figured our offense out. This year I think the offense has figured our defense out. They know what our weaknesses are based on the stats, like Arthur said, and they're exploiting it. And I think Benny's defensive quiver doesn't have enough arrows in it. And I don't think changing to RP is going to answer that, because he's got the same. He's buying from the same arrow store that Benny did. So, but yeah, like Arthur said, you can't change this late in the year.
Yeah, Q-Man says only time Edmonton shut down Bo was blitzing him over and over.
They didn't have the thing is, Edmonton has better linebackers, able to shut down the run without
Extra help,
without the defensive line shifting to run stopping. So they have, like, Niles Morgan is there. Who's the Canadian guy? The Blanco? He had a pretty good game. So
that's exactly it, Cuban.
So you think it's a personnel issue, not a scheme?
For me, I always thought it's personnel. Like, it's more personnel than the DC. I think they both have something to say. With a D grade, I think both have to pick it up. But to me, I think it's really more the horses.
So
they
you're
have a
saying,
very young secondary apart from Gary Peters.
So you're saying, and maybe Gary Peters, we had started mentioning, might have lost a step too.
Correct.
Yeah.
So what we're saying is, you find a system to fit the horses you have. You don't try to force a system on. And so the system that Benny is playing is based on we talked about, the secondary cannot cover man to man like all the other secondaries in the league. Our linebackers aren't as active or as physical. So
but that's what RP did last year. What's the difference?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, yeah. But again, like Arthur said, maybe we didn't change enough horses in the stable.
I mean, I asked you guys, what has changed on the defensive side of the ball? Who has come in what has come in and
been impactful?
Yeah, I mean, you could say varying degrees with Awe and Deontay.
And Hendricks.
Yeah, Hendricks. Carter on the first year.
Carter was
field corner,
dynamic.
Right? I mean, he's not the issue, right?
You think it's just a matter of giving them a chance? Like if the DC is saying, okay, I don't think you can do it, so I'm not going to put you in a position where you can fail, as opposed to, okay, I'm gonna put you in a position where you can show
be
yourself.
Safe.
Yeah, you can be successful. I'm gonna let you go, and prove that that you can win, as opposed to, just trying to be safe. I don't think you can do it, and that you're not inspiring confidence when you're scheming, the players such that they're gonna make fewer mistakes, as opposed to allowing them to win, right?
So you're almost going from if we can go back to your offensive example, when we said McSimic said, we have receivers that can't block. That yet this year we've got those same receivers, and they've shown that they can block when put into that situation.
Yeah.
So you're saying Benny should put the defense into a position where they can see what they can rise to.
Yeah. I that's a winning attitude, as opposed to not trying not to lose attitude, right?
You're getting exposed, right? I mean,
I mean, you will get exposed every
But
now
they're
and
always getting
then.
exposed no matter what they do. If they take away the run and have an aggressive pass rush, they get exposed deep, like Arthur said. And if they take away the deep, they get exposed short and they get
Yeah.
gashed with the run.
I mean, I mean, no matter how good a player you are, you will get exposed every now and then. But if the coach has confidence in you, that might push you to, to take it up to the next level, right? I'm gonna do this because everyone believes in me, and they trust, and my teammates are putting their faith in me, and I'm gonna make the play. So I don't know. That's
They have to try something, right? I mean,
Yeah.
they're hoping for growth, right? They're hoping for growth with all these young players, inexperienced
Yeah.
players. They're hoping for some level of growth, and through a bye. I mean, Blake will get to it. They didn't practice today. Interesting. They
Yeah.
do play Thursday on the road. I get you.
Yeah.
Um,
Cuman also
Does that
says
mean they're just going
practice.
to keep everything the same because it's the same team? Oh, Lord.
Cuman says practice is open tomorrow if we want to watch the walkthrough, or Benny set up the defense.
For the week. Oof.
Yeah. It's yeah.
and then another thing here that's not listed is turnovers. So
Yeah. It was listed in the offense stats, right?
well, the defensive stats.
Oh,
is,
Yeah, like, are they creating turnovers? Yeah, and
the
they're not.
takeaways are
there was the
line-
turnover ratio, right? We were. Is that what?
yeah,
Well,
well,
yeah.
okay.
But
Well,
we're-
let me get to turnovers first, because that's
Okay.
defense forces turnovers, right?
All right.
Yeah,
Since
that's
we're on
8.
since we're on defense,
Yeah.
right? So the Lions have forced 12 turnovers, and it's like I have stats through to week 8, so not including this past week. Edmonton was at 7, so I think they've forced some turnovers in this past game.
Yeah.
And Winnipeg and BC are at 12, and then Calgary's at 20.
Like forced turnovers.
Forced turnovers.
Yeah.
Like interceptions. BC's at 10.
We're that high. Wow.
Yeah, and fumbles. BC. Yeah. So, well, interceptions. BC 10. I don't know, how did this numbers work out? Yeah. No. Turnovers for forced. BC's 12 according to the stats. So this stats, I don't know. It's something weird. But the bottom line is the ratio. Roland referenced that BC's -8.
Yeah.
And the only team that's worse, I mean, okay, Winnipeg's -10. This is through week 8, so not including this week's games. So Winnipeg probably, I mean, it was a crazy game in Toronto against. So I think, I don't know, maybe it is a saw-off, but so, and then like, is Winnipeg -10, BC -8, and then it's like Ottawa -3, Edmonton -2, Toronto +2. So we are really bad.
What's Calgary's ratio?
Yeah.
They're
So
plus-
that is
plus
a
something,
giveaway
weren't they?
takeaway ratio.
Oh.
We are really bad. We deserve to have a losing record.
Yeah.
I'm not
Well-
sure why Winnipeg has a 500 record. Well, mind you, they beat us twice.
Do you have Calgary's
You
turnover
said plus
ratio?
20, didn't you?
No, Calgary forced 20 turnovers.
Oh,
Calgary's
forced 20.
+5.
+5. Okay.
The best team, well, not including this week's games, is Montreal's +7.
Yeah.
But Calgary is 60 points off turnovers.
Yeah. That's huge. Yeah. So Q-Man says turnover ratio is affected by Mazzoli's 6 picks in 2 games.
100%.
Yeah. Ryan says special teams, return game, and coverage are awful. Yeah.
Well,
Return game is awful, but coverage,
coverage is. I've been okay with
potentially,
it.
yeah.
But the opponent average field position were second last. So
That has something to do with the coverage.
yeah.
It has something to do with we're starting in the worst average field position,
And if we
right?
stall,
Yes.
And we
And we're allowing the opponent.
to have the second best average field
yeah.
position. So
That's huge. Yeah.
we're I would say is the lack of a return game puts us in a hole.
Yes.
We're just in a hole. Like we get in a hole and we can't dig ourselves out of
you are
it.
so nice because lack of a return game, no, it doesn't exist. Period.
All right, we have letter grades to go
Yeah,
lower than
specials.
D for Greg,
Let's
and
see.
the next special teams. We should probably
Yeah.
move to that, right, Roland?
Are we
Oh,
doing special teams? No,
we don't
it's
have
right?
stats for special
That's fine.
teams, but we could
I
talk
got
about
him.
it.
It's overall, right? Coverage and return.
Yeah, it's overall.
Oh, okay. Then I got to be nice. I'll let well, Roland's got to go
Roland's
first.
first.
Yeah, Roland first.
Special teams is F. Right? I mean, we just talked about it. We're 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 last in terms of starting field position, and we're second last in terms of allowing the opponent a good starting position. So what else could it be? That's an F to me.
All right. So F. All right. So
Oh, okay. Kuman says field position it also includes lack of turnovers.
that's true. Very good point.
Okay.
But again, it is I'm giving. I'll stick with a D. Now I'll caveat by saying the field goal percentage for the Lions is Blake's favorite player, Sean White, is 100%. Okay. So
Oh,
Sean White,
he hasn't missed a field goal.
notwithstanding Sean White,
Okay.
the Lions have the worst punt return average, 7.4. Edmonton has the best at 15.1. We are the outliers. Okay. Kickoff return average, Lions are okay. They're 21.1. Hamilton's the best at 28. Calgary's the worst at 19.5. So we're like a D. And kickoff return average, but punt return average, oof, that's really bad. And punting, we're in the middle. And we're above average and punting average, and we're below average in kickoff average.
Yeah.
But no points off for special teams.
So let me read what Kuman says. So he says punting we're A minus, field goal is A, coverage is D, and returners are F.
Yeah, I could A minus. That's generous for the punting average, but I mean it's like okay. Apart from Toronto at 50.4, Edmonton 49.3, Hamilton 49.2, BC 49. So yeah, A minus, sure. I can go with that. Greg, can you go lower than F on the returners, Greg? We'll find out.
G.
Zed. No, actually, no. I can even go and say I'm not giving a letter grade to the returners because there ain't no returners to grade. Like that's like having no class. You have no class to give an exam to. You've got no class, no students in the class that you can grade. There is nobody on this return team. Hey, you know what? Carter impressed me with that interception, but he's not a returner. Maybe he did it in college, but he's not. All of these speeds, I've waxed on about. It's like beating a dead horse. We do not have returners, so I can say incomplete. I can say Zed. I can say whatever. My point. I'm sure I've made my point.
I'm glad you're saying Z versus Z.
Well, I'm a proud Canadian. Luke Wilson, did you hear that? Anyway, no, the return game, it's putrid, it's nauseating, it's disgusting. Whatever, I can go on all night. Coverage. What was coverage? I got to give it a little bit better than a D. I give the coverage a solid C, because I've been really happy with the coverage. It's just when they need to cover, it's not been there all the time, right? Like when the offense finally scores something, and they can flip the field, the coverage, that's when it gets let down.
So opponent punt return average, the Lions are in the bottom third of the league.
I know, but again, I'm thinking with my heart. I've been happy with the coverage.
Opponent kickoff return average, the Lions are in the middle quadrant, middle third of the league.
Okay, well, I would go C. I'm still going to say a C. Maybe a C minus. Yeah, no, because I haven't looked at the stats, so I'm going with what I know. I feel is a C.
This is your gut. Gut without looking at stats.
My butt and my heart.
Your butt.
But
well, like I said, I don't think with this. Use the other. But anyway, I can't rewind that. We're live. It's my butt, my heart, my butt, my heart, and my gut. So yeah, I'm going to give him a C. I don't know. Signing Javon Leake would be great. We could have a great returner until we clean up these blocks in the back or these phantom blocks in the back, whatever. But yeah, the field goal kicking, you can't argue with it. That's an A+. I mean, Sean can only do what he can from wherever the offense gets him to. And punting, you know what? Distance has been great, but yes, the distance he kicks it minus the return yardage gets him his net, and sometimes he outkicks the coverage, which Roland pointed out. But they look to be shoring that up. But then he shanked a few when he tries too hard. But generally, I'm happier with this punter than I was with last year's punter. So
So I'll just give you a little color to your special teams penalties. The Lions are worst in the league with 14 special teams penalties, tied with Saskatchewan.
14 only.
Winnipeg has 6. Calgary has 8.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of field position.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure it is.
Return, and then
exactly.
10-yard penalty.
That's
right.
Yeah. So the return is maybe 3 yards, and then the penalty is minus 15 or whatever.
For the Lions, the return is 7.4.
Yeah. Okay.
So...
and the
but
penalty
still
is
20
10.
yards.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, that's not an insignificant amount of yards, right?
No, but it is. It's they. Again, we'll go. I can't remember who made the comment, but it is. You can even look at this as lack of complementary, right? You need the blockers to complement the returner. You need that returner to complement the off. It's just we are discombobulated, and I hope this bye, as short as it is, because I think you made that point, Arthur. It's a short. It's not even a real bye based on the Lions' sked.
Well, I mean, they'll take it. I mean, they're the last team to get a bye in the first 9 weeks.
I know they, by some of the social media, by some of the guys, they've gotten away, they've cleared their heads, and just hopefully. Yeah.
So Wayne says returns are not just the returner; it's the blocking and not taking penalties, which also comes back to coaching.
So okay, let's put Benny back on special team. The return game still sucked with him there too. Coverage got better, but
Yeah, but that's so true. The penalties kill us, and if we're worse in terms of penalties for special teams, that makes it the hole even deeper, right?
Yeah, but a lot of those penalties. I mean, yes, some of them are warranted, some of them aren't, but unfortunately, they all get counted in the stats, right?
Yeah.
And this one little stat that stuck out to me, since we're looking at penalties, the Lions are second worst in defensive penalties, 24. The best team is Hamilton at 17. So we are the second worst defensive penalties.
I'm going to take that as a compliment, Wayne.
I think he's talking about your comment about Benny taking over special teams.
Well, yeah, I thought. Well, hey, when he took over special teams last year, the coverage got significantly better. The return, But again, Arthur might say, hey, they were doing what they were coached.
I mean, we don't know what they're told to do, but most likely, if it's been they're always doing the same thing. I'm thinking that's coaching.
Yeah, because again, we only know what we see in the stands and what we, again, when I think with my heart and gut.
Yeah. So that was the Benny on special teams.
All right, let's move.
Well, at least it removes them from DC.
All right, it's 9:19. So maybe let's. What do you want to do, Arthur?
We can quickly jump at our predictions.
Okay. The preseason predictions. Okay.
That up. We'll just quickly run through it and see how insightful or foolish one or a few of our brothers are.
I don't have a slide for it, so I guess maybe you can
I think
just
the
read
key
it.
thing, I'll just talk to it. The key thing was Roland had the Lions with a 12-6 record to finish
Yes.
the year.
What's our record now?
3-5.
Okay. We can only lose one more game.
8-1.
And then we got to win everything.
8-1 for Roland. Let's go. Let's go.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So Greg 11-7.
I got 2 more games to lose, bro. That's it.
So the question is, and the second question is, who will have more passing attempts between Bryce and Mazzoli? Well, Mazzoli has more.
So far.
Bryce hasn't even seen the. No, that's right. Okay.
So the number 3 question is, by net receiving yards, who will be the third highest wide receiver for the Lions? Currently, it's Katoy, and Greg has Eberhardt. So right now, it's McInnes, because Berryhill is number 2, but McInnes, Eberhardt, and Katoy are like within 30 yards each other. So it's going to be a dogfight.
But you think with the money McInnes was paid and the way he should not even be near third.
Yeah.
We figured him and Hatch would be 1-2 or 1 and 1A,
100%.
right?
But I had a
So-
feeling he was gonna get dinged up. That's why I asked the question. But
Yeah.
I was gonna pick him, but I chickened out. And
What was Arthur's prediction for the record?
I took Katoy.
No, the record, like, Roland was 12
10 and
Oh,
8.
10-8.
Oh, you're 10 and 8, 11. Okay, so you've got 3-game cushion.
3 games to lose.
I thought they'd be 4 and 4 after the for the first segment, so I was disappointed. They should have been 4 and 4.
So who's number one? We have Hatcher number one, I guess, right?
Hatcher number 1, Bear Hill number 2,
Okay.
and then there's like a 3-way horse race
All right.
for number 3.
Kind of logged down. Okay.
The defensive player, not Matthew Betts, who will be a CFL All-Star. So you both had Mika Awe, and I had Christophe Beaulieu. So I like my pick better than yours.
Yeah, your pick is looking better right now.
Especially if Dequoy is injured and not playing well this year. So Dequoy would have been his main,
Yeah, the
Competition.
quad's in Montreal, right?
and he's got knocked out of that last game, and he was injured before. So
Yeah, well, you know what? It's Bolio's looking good because Bolio's doing always job. Bolio's coming up to stop the run. Bolio's having to play. Like, we need, I don't know.
yeah, I think PFF had him like one of the very highly rated for the first month of the season. So we'll see. I mean, of course, we'll see.
Yeah.
The defensive record will stay in him as well. Question 5: will Cody Fordell have more passing yards than Trey Ford? I sent you guys the link. He is very close to Trey Ford. He's within 200 yards passing.
But after
And he's only had one,
Like one
game,
game.
right?
No, he's had
one and a bit, right?
Started 2 games in a row.
okay.
Started 2
Oh,
games in a
okay,
row.
I thought he only
Had
started-
some
okay, 2?
relief appearances, but Trey Ford started like 5 games.
Well, Trey Ford had, what, 30 yards against us in the opening season, whatever it
So
was?
Cody's gonna catch him, I think.
Yeah,
I mean, I think
so.
And I think we all voted Cody Wood.
Yep,
Yeah.
we all voted Cody.
No offense, Trey.
Yeah, I mean, we're hoping for Trey to be a star in the CFL. Just I don't know.
Yeah.
It's giving me bad Russell Wilson vibes, but not as good as a quarterback Russell Wilson was. But like very scrambly and very good deep ball thrower, but doesn't have Russell Wilson's underneath accuracy. Question 6: will VA play? And that means saying a pass thrown in 12 games this year.
He's
So
missed one.
Yeah, he's
Two?
missed.
One.
he's missed 1 game so far.
Yeah.
And Roland's the only one that said he will throw a pass in 12 games.
Yeah.
And Greg and I said no. So
Okay. He's still on track.
we hope VA comes back, and
I hope I'm wrong.
the CFL is a better place. But just knowing his track record with the Lions, he gets injured for a significant part of the year. Will Trevor Harris, question 7, will Trevor Harris play pass thrown in 10 games in 2025?
He's missed two.
He's missed 1 game. And I'm the only one that said he will not play 10 games. I'm not looking good. You guys both said he's going to play 10 games, and he's played 6.
Yeah, it's looking good. Yeah.
Looking good and looking very, very sharp.
Yeah.
Question 8, will Zach Caleros throw for more than 4,300 yards in 2025, which is close to his career best? Roland's the only one that said yes. And
How
right
many
now,
yards does he have now?
About 1,000.
Okay. And we're 1/3? Or...
They've had 2 buys, but he's missed. He's got knocked out of 2 games, and he's missed 2 games.
Yeah.
So
That includes the suspension, right?
that includes the suspension and yeah. So he hasn't been able to get in a groove.
Poor
except
guy.
for 1 really good game. So
Yeah.
there's still time for him to get that, but
Yeah.
it might be a stretch to get 43.
Let me just quickly read Wayne's comment. He says, sorry, Trey, but Cody is a better QB right now. Yeah, I agree. Can Trey Ford ever develop into a CFL starting QB? That's a good
think-
question.
I mean, McKismick as his OC, that's gonna be tough. I don't know if that's the right
Yeah.
OC for Trey Ford.
Not the right pairing. Yeah.
Yeah. Question 9. Oh, I'm looking good. First
Okay, read
head
it up.
coach fired. Roland and I picked the immortal Dave Dickinson.
Yeah. That's not going to happen
Off
now.
to an amazing start. So Roland and I are going to not look good on this. Greg took Bob Dice,
That's
a really good man,
Yeah, he's a great guy.
And but hey, they got a win.
Yeah. Well, what did they say on TSN? It wasn't a must win, but it's a really, 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 really gotta win.
What's tough is he lost Drew Brown for a number of games, and they need Drew Brown just to be competitive, right?
Yeah.
They do play the Lions twice coming up, so they might. There's a road for them to get to 500 if they beat up on the Lions.
Yeah, and if they beat up on the Lions, man, our whole prediction is down the well. My record's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Q-Man says, Trey, start working on your back
like his
pedal and
brother.
coverage skills.
All right, really quickly, we'll wrap up.
All right.
Question 10, West Division MOP. We all had Nathan Rourke.
That's not looking likely at the moment.
He's in the. If they win a few games, he's back in the puzzle. Because the runaway leader right now. Well, in the West, it's really Trevor Harris.
Trevor Harris or VA if VA keeps playing.
Yeah. So I mean, he's like firmly number 3, or if not lower. But if he can win some games and those guys lose some games, and it's a 3-man horse race.
Yeah.
East Division MOP. Roland's looking pretty good.
I am looking
Levi
pretty good.
Mitchell. I picked Davis Alexander. That does not look good. He's on the 6th game and missed games. And Greg Winton McManus just missed some games. Tough record, but
Wayne's actually both Wayne and Q-Man say Trevor
Harris.
Harris.
Yeah, he's looking really.
He is looking good.
Bang on, sharp man. Very impressive.
Yeah, Q-Man says Bo for East. That was my prediction too. Yeah.
And the last and the biggest question why we all watch this game is the 2025 Grey Cup champion. Greg and Roland have your BC Lions. And I took the Montreal Alouettes. You
look better than we do.
Look good against Saskatchewan. Mind you, they are missing Alexander, Mac,
And Philpott.
and Philpott. So, and then they had a lot of injuries in their secondary, but still Saskatchewan outclassed them. And that's the Grey Cup. If that's a Grey Cup matchup, Montreal better get their top guns back.
No, I don't know. I think Hamilton might have something to say about the Grey Cup matchup. Maybe this is Hamilton's time.
It might be.
Yeah.
I know that hurts to say, doesn't it, Cuban?
They do look very good. Yeah.
All due respect, Wayne.
Yeah. I mean,
They
Wayne's
look good.
happy.
They look good
Wayne's
right now.
happy.
They look good right now.
They do. Yeah.
Then we should swing to predictions for
All
the
right, for next
game
week.
at
Or-
Hamilton.
Or this week. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
In Hamilton.
In Hamilton on Thursday.
In
No
the donut
practice
box.
today.
No, because they're going to stay with the same D. Right? It's the same offense. We know how to beat them now. We'll just take away the medium short stuff.
And give up what?
Everything else. Why not?
Oh man.
Okay. Who goes first?
Looks like it's Greg this time.
Oh, let us know too if you're listening in what your predictions are for the BC at Hamilton game this Thursday.
They can't lose 3 in a row, Greg, can they?
With that D?
It's a D plus defense, right, Greg?
Yeah, I meant D as in with that defense, not with the letter grade.
Mm.
Oh.
They can't get worse, can they?
You want to bet?
I'm egging you on.
Okay.
Okay, we got some predictions.
37-23. 37-23.
For?
37-23.
Hamilton.
Okay.
Gregory.
Habs for Life
Prove me
says
wrong. They got to prove me wrong.
34-26. Habs for Life says for Hamilton. Mark says 2 days of practice coming off a bye week. Crazy. 41-27 Hamilton.
Yeah, it's looking. Yeah, it's like day one. Yeah, Wednesday's their travel day, so just 2 days of practice.
But they didn't practice today.
They didn't practice today.
That's what these guys are saying.
Yeah, Q-Man says 34-30 BC.
Is Q-Man a local guy? Because if that happens, I'll buy him a coffee.
Tommy says all the home teams win this week if VA plays.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Tommy. Have we seen Tommy out here before?
Maybe not. If this is your first time, Tommy, welcome.
His logo looks different. It looks unfamiliar. Or his, what do you call it? Avatar, whatever you call that thing. Icon. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
The emoticon, whatever. His 365 looks different.
All right.
Yes, listeners, I'm old.
I picked BC last 4 games, and they won 2 and they lost 2. I thought they should have won. They should have won the last game.
Yeah. Tommy says first time live. Well, okay, welcome. Tommy.
Welcome.
All right, I'm gonna go 21, 24, 21 BC.
24-21 BC. Okay.
I have a feeling the defense is
going to change.
And they're gonna get enough points.
It's going to have a fire.
If they prove me wrong, I will be the first to say I'm sorry. I will be first to eat humble pie right here online.
I just have a feeling.
Yeah. That's my feeling too. And I guess, well, I'm always Mr. Optimistic when it comes to BC anyway. But yeah, defense needs to come and play, and they need to play more aggressive and not be too conservative. I'm gonna say a 30-27 BC. As for Lasses, I look forward to seeing this rejuvenated defense. Yes, we're kind of willing them into existence. Tommy says need to have Woods and Awe on the field together. Okay.
They need to make someone else a designated American.
Yeah.
Apart from, like, they have it on Woods, right? So.
Yeah. Q-Man says short week for Hamilton, revenge for BC. Oh, okay. That could.
That's right, because they just played Edmonton, right? And Edmonton played them tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tough. All right, so predictions for the next 3 games. So Hamilton's one of them. So the next 3 games, so at Hamilton, then it's Montreal at BC.
Yep.
And then it's BC at Toronto. So what's our record for the next 3 weeks till the next bye? Greg, you go first again. Sorry.
1-2.
Oh boy, Greg, 1-2.
Wayne says, Roland, I hope you're right. I think we're talking about the defense. Q-Man says 3-0 for the next 3 games.
Wow.
I like that.
3-0.
3-0. That's 3 wins.
Wow.
3-0. Okay.
Yeah.
If Cuban's local, if that happens, I'll buy him a coffee and a donut.
All right. I'm going to say 3-0
budget,
too.
Roland?
No, I guess it's coming out of your pocket.
Okay. If the Lions win, I will get. If Cuban's local, I will
No,
buy him a
we'll do
coffee
it.
at the next game.
Roland, you're saying 3-0.
I'll say 3-0 too. I can't. I can only afford 1 loss now.
That's true. Oh shoot, that's right. Because if I say 1-2, I'm done.
Well, you have 7 losses and they run the table. Yeah, I think their lines will end up 2-1.
Okay.
So like this Hamilton game, it's
pivotal.
Who do you think they're going to lose to?
they might lose to Hamilton. Like
You guys predicted a BC win, both of you.
I mean, because then Alexander's probably out against BC.
That's what Mark says.
Yeah.
2-1 as they get lucky not seeing Alexander again.
And then the play that should not be named was probably still not playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, what's our record against backup quarterbacks?
We don't play well against Dinwiddie. I don't know what he knows.
Again, another offensive mind that's more modern than our defensive mind.
James Morgan. Yeah. So I think the game where we lose is probably this game coming up against Hamilton. But I just have a feeling that like the Lions defense is gonna.
They got to step up.
Yeah.
They have to.
I mean, they've had some good showings
Against lesser teams. Remember that.
True.
Right? Oh, everybody thought they were all-star against Edmonton twice.
Yeah.
True. And then one. Yeah. And then it was a close game. Yeah, some close game.
I'll give them the gut out against Montreal. I will give them. They fought hard that whole game.
Against a backup quarterback.
Yes. Another asterisk.
Yeah.
But again, it's MBT, who's not exactly a backup, but he's not Davis Alexander either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really want to see Mr. Betts come to play. I'm wearing his jersey. See.
Inspiration.
So, inspiring.
You notice the number here?
No number.
Nope, because they got to prove. I can't. Well, we all know I don't wear numbers of players anymore because when I buy a player I like, they leave. So I can't do that.
Yeah, Habsor Life says Betts needs to take over the line. Betts has been very quiet all season. Yeah, he is.
Except for when he takes those frustration penalties.
We know that he's not playing up to his potential. So if he comes back to even close to what his potential is, hopefully that'll be a game changer on the defense. Mark says, good point. Toronto beat us with Cameron Dukes last year.
I think he's referring to me.
Yeah.
To me.
Toronto's not the same team anymore this year.
No, because all their defensive guys are.
But
elsewhere.
Dinwiddie knows how to beat the Lions for whatever reason in the past, right? But now we haven't played them with Buck Pierce as the head coach. But in the past, like, it doesn't
Still
matter.
the same defense that Dinwiddie shredded with Cameron Dukes. And we had that. We almost looked like we had that game in the bag, and then all of a sudden, whatever. And then Chad Kelly. Oh, sorry. Who came in here and he just marched up and down?
We're gonna have to beep that out in post edit.
Because Nate was wearing those T-shirts, right? Those T-shirts supporting, and then Chad wasn't too enamored with.
Yeah.
And so Chad took it upon himself to.
Yeah.
Have a game. He had a game.
You
Gotta
did.
give him credit. He had a game.
Did, yeah. All right. I guess that's it for our agenda. It's 9:37. Thanks, guys, for joining us. It's always fun being able to banter with you guys online. So hopefully we'll one more thing.
Viewing party.
Yes, a viewing party. So, so a couple people mentioned last week about doing a viewing party. If you guys are interested, would you want to do a viewing party? We might, if there's enough people, then we could maybe go to a pub or a sports bar somewhere, and we could watch the game together. Yeah, let us know if that's of interest. I think a couple people mentioned last week. I haven't had a chance to reach out to you guys, but I will do that tomorrow.
You too, Wayne. Just reading Wayne's comment because he's probably got to go.
Yeah, have a great evening. So anyway, if we get one or two people, then we'll book something and then we'll post it out on Twitter. And then if you guys want to join, then you can join us as well. All right. So I think that's it. Have a great evening, guys. Hopefully we start winning again after this bye week. Take care. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Okay. Bye-bye.
Go Lions.
Go Lions.